What's up guys, MTG Matthew back with another video for Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Standard. And today we're gonna be playing out Tamiyo's War, as I named this deck right here. So let's take a closer look at what this beauty is all about. So, Tamiyo is this new planeswalker from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty that when it got spoiled, at first I was really skeptical. But then looking at the second ability, I got really intrigued, so let's read it out. -X, exile target non-land permanent card with mana value X from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card. So Tamiyo, if you play her for 5 mana, she comes down with 5 loyalty. And you know she can +1 to tap down an artifact or creature which won't untap during its controller's next untap step. She can do the -X, and then -7 she has an ultimate where she creates a token that lets you draw a card, and also spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. So all in all, she's a really neat planeswalker with a nice, generally viable package, and that's what I like about planeswalkers. I like planeswalkers when they can fit into a lot of different decks, right? And Tamiyo is like one of these planeswalkers, and she has this keyword called Completed, which means that you can also just pay 4 mana for her +2 life, but then she comes into play with 2 loyalty, what's it called? Loyalty counters less into play. So, by the way, quick tangent here, the fact that completed is a keyword and it's not just written out, makes me think that we will be going to see this on other planeswalkers in the future, right? Fitting to the story, like the Phyrexian Praetors corrupting other planeswalkers, so that would be really cool. It's a cool keyword. So anyway, this is Tamiyo, and I got intrigued by the -X because she can exile any non-permanent from your graveyard and put it back onto the battlefield. So it got me thinking, well, if you play a Tamiyo for 5 mana, and you -X for 4 mana or less, right? You get a planeswalker on the board with 1 loyalty left and any non-land permanent. And what good non-land permanents would there be to exile from your graveyard, right? So this was the starting point for my deck, and the first thing that popped into my mind was, well, there is Binding the Old Gods, which is 4 mana, right? It's a saga. You destroy non-land permanent, and on the second chapter you get to ramp with a forest card, and then chapter 3 is pretty much irrelevant. But the nice thing about this is, Binding Old Gods has an immediate effect on the board, destroys anything. And because it's a saga, it will eventually go to the graveyard, right? So I already thought that this combo is really, really neat. Tamiyo plus Bind the Old Gods means that you can play Tamiyo for 5 mana, -4, get a Binding, which can destroy anything, maybe something that would threaten Tamiyo. And then you get the full Bind the Old Gods value, and you're left with a planeswalker. So I thought that was pretty cool. And because of that, I was immediately in Sultai, right? Because Tamiyo is Simic colors and Bind the Old Gods is Golgari colors. So this pushed me into Sultai, and this is where this deck started, and eventually I came up with this list where this deck is really just it's a Sultai control list that tries to outvalue the opponent, right? By stuff like playing Binding the Old Gods, and playing stuff like Tamiyo, and most importantly playing stuff like the Kami War, which I already love this card. I think it's just really, really cool. And my, solution for playing cards like this is just, play 4 copies of the World Tree. It makes it so that when you have 6 mana, you will be able to cast the Kami War, and this is just like a really neat coincidence that the World Tree requires 6 lands, so that all lands tap for any mana, and the Kami War is exactly 6 mana. So you will fairly consistently find a World Tree and be able to play the Kami War. So that's really a rather easy thing to do with this deck. So the idea is you outvalue your opponent with these powerful sagas, like repeated value from the same thing, like through stuff like Tamiyo. And then also, again, we got the Tezzeret Bankbuster package in this deck, which I just fell in love with ever since I tried out Tezzeret in the first 3 days of the expansion. Together with Bankbuster, I think this 2-card combo is so good, just by its own. You don't need more than these 2 cards together, that any deck that plays blue and is more of a control-y or mid-rangey type of deck will want this combo. I think Tezzeret plus Bankbuster will be a staple and standard for, you know, a long while to come, right? As long as Tezzeret is a standard, and when we're down the road this year, the Brothers War, Dominaria United, there will probably be more cool artifacts Tezzeret will synergize with, so I'm really excited about that. So that's a cool combo. Small note here, by the way, I've experienced this multiple times, and I'm certain that Tezzeret is bugged, in that when you have Tezzeret on the board, and you try to activate Arachnar Bankbuster on your opponent's turn, right? Which has its activation ability reduced by 2, you simply can't activate the Bankbuster. You actually can while Tezzeret is on the board. So I experienced this bug multiple times, which makes Tezzeret plus Bankbuster a lot worse. But I mean, eventually this is going to get fixed, so it's still good enough for now. Then, for the rest of the deck, we have 3 copies of Memory Deluge to be able to redraw us, because actually this deck runs out of gas pretty fast until we, I don't know, get like a Tezzeret Emblem, a Bankbuster on the board, or even like a Tamiyo Ultimate. Until then, you need Memory Deluge to keep up with card draw, and 3 copies are really good for that. In order to deal with aggression, we got 4 copies of Path of Peril and the Mito Massacre. Nice thing about Path of Peril is that we run a single Plains in the deck, which we can tutor up with either Field of Ruin or a Path to the World Tree, or we just have the World Tree at 6 mana, in which case we can also tap for white mana, and then Path of Peril can not only destroy creatures with mana value 2 or less, but also all creatures. So Path of Peril is a real cool, flexible board wipe. Mito Massacre is just generally good, obviously. And then we come to the last part of this deck, which is, well, the deck has a little bit of a ramp theme, right? Because we're, like, our CMC, where the action starts in this deck, is like 4 CMC and higher. And for that reason, I put, let's put this in the middle here, 4 copies of Azusa's Many Journeys into the deck. And I'm completely impressed by this card. Like, when I saw this card in previews, my impression was, okay, this is gonna be a good card. Like it's very hard in standard to find ways to ramp a 2 mana that is not a mana dork. And Azusa's Many Journeys is just that. If you have your 3rd land in hand, and if you will be able to play a 4th land next turn, then this actually ramps you, right? But what I found about this card is that this card gives you so much value. It's actually insanely good. Like, the dream start is you play this on 2, you play your 3rd land immediately, you have your 4th land ready on turn 3, and let's just think about this for a moment. You have your 4th land on turn 3, so you can start playing Binding the Old Gods, or Tezzeret, like, or the Memory Deluge, like, stuff that ramps you even further or gets you further ahead. But then Azusa's Many Journeys still provides you well, right? It gives you another free life, and then eventually a free to block any aggression. So I'm really impressed by this card. I'm gonna put this in a lot more like ramp decks. I think it's really, really good. So this is like a secret VIP of the stack, not VIP, MVP, right? And then finally we got Path to the World Tree. I often ran into problems of not having enough lands in the early game, so I put 2 paths in here that lets us find the basic land card just for the early game, and also then later, because we have access to all the colors through the World Tree, we can pay 7 mana, sack this to deal 2 damage to your opponent, gain 2 life, deal 2 damage to a creature, get a bear, and draw 2 cards. That's really good value on, you know, an initial 2 mana investment in the early game. And yeah, then finally, concerning the land base, we got some Field of Ruins for manlands, and 3 Hall of Storm Giants, which is also mostly our win condition, right? We can also win with Bankbusters and the Kami War, and most notably, by the way, the Likeness of the Srika from Azusa's Many Journeys is a 3/3, so it can crew the Bankbuster. That's just another nice synergy in the deck. And yeah, this is how we're gonna win the games. Really liked this get, really liked trying out Tamiyo. I just love these planeswalkers that are very flexible, right? Tamiyo is not that type of planeswalker that pushes you into a certain deck. Sure, you want to have non-land permanents in your graveyard, but like 99% of decks have that already. So Tamiyo, real cool planeswalker. I urge you to check this out. So hope you guys enjoy the videos, and I see you guys soon. Alright. This looks fantastic. Looks really nice. Turn 2, we're gonna go as with many journeys. This is enchantment, it seems. Dude, this card is so good. Azusa's many journeys. Restoration of Haiganjo. Okay, we're looking at a lot of lands, not a lot of ways to use them until now. Tezzeret here is pretty nice.
Once my purpose, I can practically taste success already.
I want to keep the path, I want to keep the Kamigawa. I also want to keep the Field of Ruin. Then again, we still need ways to fix our mana. We don't have the World Tree yet. And so let's discard these. Right? Should I keep the Dreamroot Cascade? Let's keep the Cascade and get rid of the Deathcap Blade. Okay. Tezzeret is gone here.
A minor setback. Nothing.
We get a free. Let's find the land. Now we just chill and ideally wanna find our World Tree here so we can start playing the Kamigawa. Really good at maybe exiling this Kami of Transience. Alright. Looking at just lands here, but we're not under pressure. I think we just chill for the moment. We also got the hall coming up. Yeah, this turn we're gonna board wipe. Taking a bunch of damage, but it's fine. Got a little bit more value out of the only interaction we have right now. Oh yeah, Bank Buster is really nice. Blow up the whole board. Opponent gets the Kami back, but it's fine. We got the Bangbuster for card draw. What's he getting back? Era. Okay, on the upside we have the Hall of Storm Giants active now. Ooh, Memory Deluge, that's fantastic. Okay, if we find... Actually, let's draw a card right now, because we know we won't do anything else. If we can find a Wall Tree, we're in really good shape here. Wedding announcement, alright. See what we get. There is the Wall Tree, hell yeah. Deathcap Glade. Leave the forest in the deck for binding. Okay, what now? So yeah, we were just exiling the Kami of Transience. So it's out of the way for good. And then we could either go Path or draw another card. I think I like drawing another card better. Because we need to find an answer to the board here. Ideally another Path of Peril. Right? We also have the Path to the Wall Tree active now, which lets us, you know, ping something for 2, gain 2 life, gain a bear. Tamiyo, okay. Binding. What do we bounce here? I think we bounce the Architect. Play the land. And then I actually like pinging something here. So we will be left with 4 mana. No, wait, this costs 7 mana. So we will be left with 3 mana. With 3 mana, we can activate the Bankbuster, make a 1/1, get 2 mana back. Or like get another treasure, so we will be left with 2 mana. So we could play this second path. Yeah, I like that. This path here. Get another basic island. And just chill. Bankbuster is gonna make a blocker. And a treasure token. With the treasure token we can activate the path. Get a 2/2. Gain 2 life, draw 2 cards and so forth. Alright. This is fine. Our pawn is pretty much out of gas here. Yeah, so activate the Bankbuster. Get a treasure, and now we 2 life, 2 pawn to a creature, auto pay. On 2 cards. This is so good. We just block here. And yeah. Now we're in the lead. Got a big ass dragon. Got 11 mana. A lot of Tamiyos, a lot of Tezzerets. We're just gonna plus Tamiyo here. GG. Oh man, that was clean. That was really good. Going first, 2 lands. We got Bankbusters. Paths. I mean, I didn't consider that we have 2 untapped lands. Ugh. Okay, so we got a path already, that's good. We to deal with small stuff against probably mono green. Nothing played, interesting. So let's play our Reckoner Bankbuster. Sure. We're missing our 4th untapped land here, but it's fine, we can take 4, draw a card. Yes! Yes, I do want a land. Hell yeah. I want an island. 2nd blue mana. Could also take the... Actually, let's take the plains. Let's take the plains for the path. Hell yeah. And we got all the colors. Let's go. Let's lead off with a binding. I don't want to play Tamiyo here because he might have hasters. Right? Yeah. Man, Tamiyo safekeeping, I called it. I think this has to replace Snakeskin Veil for stuff like Mono Green. I think the fact that it gives Indestructible is just so much better. It just protects creatures against board wipes. Like against Path of Peril. Oh, Professor. Bridge, okay. Ooh, Kamigawa is sick. But the thing is, if we Kamigawa the troll, he's left with 5 on the board. He's just gonna kill it with Containment Breach. And he might have haster, so I think he could have another Tamiyo safekeeping, but I can't play around it all the time, right? Like if he has it, he has it. Really? Really? Okay. So let's hope that he doesn't have a haster. That would really suck. Also, if he uses the Containment Breach on the Bankbuster, it's pretty good for us, in a way. What? 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 Wait a minute. I could have Meat Hook massacred there. Oh. For -4, -4. My bad. It's fantastic. We can lead off with the World Tree, play the Hall, play Azusa's Many Journeys. And then hopefully we find a black land. Draw the card. It's pretty bad, but okay. Man. Already got Path in this deck to help us find land. Kaito Shizuki.
I could sneak right by, but I know something you don't.
Alright. At least this is a 4th land. We can actually go Tamiyo here. Kind of like that, you know, tapping down these attackers. Don't know how much planeswalker removal he might have, but I like playing Tamiyo here. Tap down this hacker, so no ninjutsu.
You do not write this story.
Seems good. Arturo Umezawa.
It's like your defenses aren't even there.
Okay, we need land here. That's gonna be helpful for sure. And so this is a flyer. You can't block this one anyway. Guess we tap down the flyer? Or let's tap down the Umezawa guy.
You cannot delay our victory.
So if I attack Kaito here, he's probably going to block, right? I think that's worth it. If he blocks, we get to cast Binding. Or we kill Kaito. So either way, we're in good shape. Hell yeah. Untap this, this and this. So because now we got Binding online, which is really nice. I probably want to ignore the Kaito Shizuki for now, right? I mean, by itself it's just spin. So let's get rid of these Moon Circuit hacker. I mean, this interaction is pretty nice, right? Like, ha! Okay. Freaking ninjutsu. This is fantastic. Okay, that seems pretty nice. so on the bright side, we do have Path active. We just need to. Oh wait, no, we have 6 slab. We have 6 mana actually. Never mind. So then let's damage Kaito.
I'll find
Spoil
another way.
creatures. Opponent gets a 1/1. That's fine. That's such a comedy. The ninjutsu talk thrill just coming in sneaky as a big fat worm. The Kaito seems really good in there. Oh man, I want to play this deck, like a deck archetype where you keep attacking, right? So this guy draws you a card every turn. Okay, so no counter spell, not even spell pierce, so X equals 4 is easy answer here. And then we also got the hall online, but we can start putting Tezzeret out.
I know something you don't know.
Kaito Shizuki. Okay, we got a Field of Ruin. See if we get to play Tezzeret first.
I have suffered
Some
and
cards.
toiled. I am owed victory. Progress is power.
Bankbuster is pretty nice here. I say, well, the question is Bankbuster better than the Memory Deluge? And I haven't played the land yet. I don't think it is. Discard that. X equals 2. We just wanna restrict his ability to ninjutsu here. Okay, that's fine. No mascot exhibition. Okay.
Now this is a juicy secret.
Okay, binding is really, really nice here. Get rid of this land.
Is close.
And actually I'm gonna ditch the Memory Deluge. Can cast it anyway again. So let's pass here. And then we binding the Kaito, and then opponent should be out of answers here or out of gas. We have all the card draw. We can possibly ultimate Tezzeret next turn. Just need to find an actual artifact. After that. Yeah, our deck is just removal, removal, removal. And eventually a lot of value. We just have another path. Peril. The thing is, this isn't even that much pressure for us. Let's just get our Tezzeret emblem.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
And we're just gonna wait for this.
Of machines.
And I'm just gonna Memory Deluge. And then whatever you play, you're just gonna blow up everything. Because, you know, we're at 22 life. Okay, definitely want a Bang Buster. Draws us 2 cards a turn. And maybe the Path? I mean, the Path has a nice activated ability. We already have Halls of Storm Giants, we don't need those. Play the Path, get the land, play the Bank Buster. And we're just gonna start drawing a bunch of cards now, and got 10 mana, we got the Kami War. This should be pretty easy. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Yeah, GG. Yeah, GG. This is a fantastic hand. We're going first. We have the world. We got to use as many journeys. Just really good. Right? We even basically get around the tap clause of Hall because we played our Ferned Land and we don't have a play anyway. Oh man, look at this. Oh. Actually, wait, what do we do here? So the thing about getting a forest and playing another is this many journeys. But we actually want we actually want another swamp. The thing will just memory deluge. I don't think playing Tamiyo is a great idea there. Yeah. He's got hasters and everything. Want a black land. I like the Kami War. And let's think about our play next turn. Probably World Tree does this many journeys, so let's pick up the Kami War for a turn after that. Alright, so go journeys here. Then go path. Again, I don't like playing Tamiyo. She's probably just gonna die, so instead let's path here, get another land. Get the plains, because why not? Now we're in really good shape. We can put out the Kami War against this Bandit Lord. Let's think. So if I remove the Bandit Lord, these are gonna be free freeze again. This is 8 damage, we go down to 9. Actually, let's take this, because when we remove the Bandit Lord we can trade here, and we're getting free life here anyway. Attacks, and gonna get a free next turn again. And now is gonna be the time when we play the Tamiyo. Let's bounce this captain. Get another freebie. Actually, I think the play here is still not to play Tamiyo. Well, I mean, he won't have more than 2 hasters, actually. Right, so... you can just tap that down. And GG.
Our will cannot be denied.
That was pretty clean. We have a path, and we're going first. I think I want to keep this. Gonna lead off with the world trees. Let's see. Okay. Let's get the Bankbuster out. Can have a Kami War. Don't need it for now. Okay, I'm gonna draw here with the Bankbuster. Scavenger, okay. Oh, we don't have a second blue mana, that's a bit of a shame. I'm gonna draw now, maybe find a 2-drop here. Like a path, very nice. Let's find us the plains. Okay. Okay, so we got world trees, we have our land coming in for 6 mana. Prosperity makes treasure tokens, right? Yeah. So given that we have the world reach anyway, we're just gonna ditch the plains. See if we can live another turn, but we should be able to. No, please tap like this. Draw a card. Make a treasure token. Now we can memory deluge. Blocking the prosperous thief here. Probably got another ninjutsu, but oh, he doesn't. Okay. He does have 2 mana, so he might have a counter. Let's see what else we can find here. Guess we get Tethered plus Bankbuster for more card draw down the road. We must hope now that he doesn't have a counter. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay, now we're in the game. Also, we're gonna be at 7 mana, which means that we can activate the path to the world tree. Get rid of the swamp. I think we're ready for a Kami War. Kami War back to back, maybe. I'd actually like to path here, so I think I'm gonna return the Bankbuster. Four mana left, so let's play Tezzeret.
Once my cards, I need results. Keep working.
Drop a Bankbuster here. Next turn we get our big dragon. And GG. Which felt really good.